The interview, which was aired on Sunday at 9 p.m. GMT, saw Harry discuss a number of topics he covered in his autobiography, including Princess Diana's death, sibling rivalry, an emotionally stunted father, and a number of theories about the British press. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex's Netflix docuseries delved into their negative relationship with the press, notably the British tabloid press, and explored their theories of how the British press were against Meghan and Harry from the beginning of their marriage. Throughout the interview, Mr. Bradby, who has known Harry for over 2 decades after working as a royal correspondent, Harry discusses how the press create and thrive from conflict and how this has impacted his relationships with his family. It is reported that in his memoir, he even accuses his stepmother Queen Camilla of leaking stories to the press. The prince called the British tabloid press an antagonist, who want to create as much conflict as possible. He continued, "The saddest part of that is certain members of my family and the people that work for them are complicit in that conflict. I have a lot of compassion and even understanding as to why certain members of my family need to have that relationship with the tabloid press. I understand it. I don't agree with it, but I do understand it." When Harry and Meghan were still working royals, they attended a joint summit with William and Kate, and the group were quickly dubbed the Fab Four. Speaking to ITV, Harry said this was something the British press created in order to create competition. He added, "I always hoped that the four of us would get on. But, very quickly it became Meghan versus Kate. And that, when it plays out so publicly, you can't hide from that, right? Especially when within my family you have the newspapers laid out pretty much in every single palace and house that is around." In 2021, the BBC aired a documentary called The Princes and the Press, which explored the symbiotic relationship between the press and the royal family, the unwritten rule that members of the firm need to appear for the press in order to prevent the press from being intrusive. The documentary explored how Prince William and Prince Harry have experienced the different sides of the press due to their different approaches to the media. Harry's answers prompted GB News host Dan Wootton to tweet, "I presume Prince Harry would prefer to live in a country with no free press and no freedom of the press. Like, say, North Korea, Russia or China?" A number of social media users have attacked the prince after he suggested that any response to his book from the royals he wishes would be done in private. Nearly 50% of people think Sunak will not survive the year. Reveal, "I don't know whether they'll be watching this or not, but what they have to say to me and what I have to say to them will be in private, and I hope it can stay that way," he said. Journalist John Sopel tweeted, "Please tell me I misheard this," while others replied, "I spat my tea out at this one, and he has zero self-awareness." Others accused the Duke of Sussex of blaming the press in an attempt to reverse some of his previous comments. The Duke of Sussex also accused the media of fueling the issue of the Lady Susan Hussey and Ngozi Fulani racism scandal. Harry has recorded 2 other interviews for audiences in the United States which will air today.